It's peony time! Welcome back everybody, Carmen here with Fresh Cut Flower Farm, and today I'm finally getting my peonies in the ground. Unfortunately, I've had them sitting around for longer than I would have liked, but time and weather just didn't cooperate with me. But hopefully in the next couple of days I'll get all of them in the ground. I've got 115 peonies to plant, and I've got 5 different varieties. So let me show you the varieties. All right, so the first one that I've got is, it's called Paul M. Wild, and I'll put pictures on the screen. I have 30 of these, and I got these from Hollingsworth Peonies here in Missouri. And the second one is Tafford Bigger, and there's 30 of these, and I also got all of these from Hollingsworth. And then we have Viking Chief, 30 of these, and these I also got from Hollingsworth. And then I've got 10 Kansas and 10 Sarah Bernhardt. No, 15 Sarah Bernhardt. And these I got from Gilbert H. Wild. I think that's it. They're also located here in Missouri. But the Kansas ones I've had probably for about a month and just haven't been able to get them in the ground. And you can see that they have already started to sprout up, but of course they'll die back. And all of these I purchased 3 to 5 eye, and you can see that there's way more than 3 to 5 eyes. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like 12 or 13 eyes on that one, so I should have lots of blooms on those. So last weekend I did get a chance to lay down some black landscape fabric. The reason why I did choose to go with the landscape fabric is because the peonies are essentially a permanent fixture, and I knew that if I didn't have some sort of weed barrier down, that weeding would definitely be just very challenging to keep up with. So I did do that. I am spacing my peonies. Each row is 18 inches apart, right, 18 inches apart, and then each peony will be planted 24 inches apart within the row. And that recommendation comes from Dave Dowling, and he also recommends, instead of burning holes in your fabric, to actually cut X's in the fabric. And then this way, if you cut X's in the fabric, then the fabric will lay back over where you've planted and just open up as your peony grows. And then of course, as the peony gets bigger, you can always expand your X's there. So that will also help with weed suppression. I've also got a little bit of help today. My daughter, she's running the camera, my daughter Bailey, and then this is my grandson Reed, he's also helping. So again, this project's probably going to take 3 times longer, right, Vay?
Yeah. Sure.
And one thing I did forget to mention on the spacing is that when the X's are cut on the diagonal, so Bailey, can we come back over here? So as you can see here, so there's that X 18 inches over, but halfway in between the two is the other one. So 24 inches that way, 24 inches that way, 18 inches that way, and it's on the diagonal. So I hope that's, it's clear as mud, I'm sure. Okay, so the first ones I'm going to plant are these Kansas peonies because I've had them for so long. And when I went through and marked everything, I didn't make my holes real big because I wasn't sure exactly how big I would need them. So obviously this one I'm going to have to cut a little bit bigger. And I only want to cut it just as big as what I need. Now previously I had put the tree mulch down. So some of these rows are going to be a lot of tree mulch, and that's okay. I've got plenty of compost to amend the soil with. And here, peonies are hardy from zone 3 to 8, and you want to plant them about 1 to 2 inches below the soil surface. I'm going to amend each hole with a little bit of compost, so I want to make sure I dig down enough to allow me some room for that. Get my peony in there. There, that's set in there. If you bury your peonies too deep, then what will happen is you'll get a lot of green growth but no flowers. Okay, one down. Fast forward an hour and a half, 2 hours. Baby Reed needed some mothering, so Bailey had to go, and I just continued working. One thing I did forget to mention is that peonies need a vernalization period, so they need to go through a period of cold in order to bloom. And they need, I believe it is at least 40 days of temperatures in the 30s in order to bloom. So that's why peonies do so well in the northern climates. So I got the 10 Kansas planted, the 15 Sarah Bernhardt, and then 5 of the Paul Wild. And I'm stopping there for the day. It's a little after 3 in the afternoon. Today's Veterans Day, to give you a reference of time. And happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there. We appreciate your service. Our family hosts a huge fish fry the night before deer season, so I've got to go in and finish getting ready for that and go get set up. So tomorrow, weather's supposed to be about the same, in the 30s, sunny and kind of windy. So I will be back out here tomorrow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get this project finished. So next time you see me, it will be Saturday. All right, see you then. Welcome back. It is the next day, and it is a frigid 27 degrees, so I am not going to dilly or dally. I am going to get this job done. I've only got a few hours until I have to go to a baby naming ceremony, so I'm going to get started. It's so cold. It is so cold. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to last. I'm already thinking about the hot bath I'm going to take when I'm done with this. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is maybe just put it on a time lapse and then just set it to music. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to get started. Okay, finally that job is done. 115 peonies in the ground, and I knew I had to get it done today because we're expecting this whole week's going to be pretty cold. So glad to have that done. It only took me 3 days. Woohoo! And I'm sure you noticed as I was planting my Molly, stay. My landscape fabric got pretty loose on me. One of the reasons is because I had run out of landscape staples, and so I just didn't get it tied down really tight. So I've got more of those coming this week. So once those come in, I'm going to go back through, get all that stretched back out, and then sweep all that dirt off, and I'll be completely done with that project. So the hardest part is over with. All right, well, that is it for this video. I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.